So let's start standing at the back of our mat. Feet hip width. Close your eyes. Lift all 10 toes. And just really tune into that big toe mound, baby toe mound, and the inner and outer heel. Feel the arch of the foot lift or feet lift. Spread your toes as much as you can and plant each one down into the floor, keeping the inner arch of both feet lifted. Pressing down equally through the four corners of your feet. And just noticing the body sway from side to side. Or which ways that it does sway. If it's forward and back, if it's kind of like circular. Keep a softness in your knees so they're not locked. But pick up your kneecaps so the front of your legs engage. Arms heavy, fingertips heavy. With your inhale, the crown of your head extends up. With your exhale, your shoulders and your fingertips fall heavier down beside you. And without moving your hands or your fingertips or in any way moving just yet, just start to anticipate your fingers starting to spread, and don't do it, but anticipate your fingers starting to spread and reach towards the floor, putting some energy, some length through them. Don't do it yet, just imagine. And notice how the sensation in your arm starts to shift and change with that anticipation. Each fingertip feels like it's getting a little fatter or a little denser. Perhaps they start to tingle. But still just imagining them stretching and reaching down towards the floor without actually doing it just yet. And at the height of your anticipation, you start to spread your fingers and reach them down to the floor, putting some more power into your muscles through the arms, waking up your legs, charging them up. It's like you're pulling energy like a straw from the ground up through the body, activating every muscle, working on the inward rotation through the feet. Press feet down and away. Belly to spine. Lengthen up and create space between each vertebrae while keeping the shoulder blades, the hands, heavy. With your inhale, spread your fingers, press them down to the floor, and take up as much space as you can, taking your time. Hands come wide. Getting as long as you can, like you're moving through molasses or honey. Keeping the shoulders down, the feet down, as the fingers expand and lift up through space. When your hands line up over your shoulders, take a deeper inhale, reach up and look up, lengthen up and out. A little lean side to side here, getting out of the low back. As you exhale, take up just as much space as when you came up. Start to fold. All the way down to the floor. Relax your neck, your shoulders, give your head a little shake, yes. Any arm variation you like. Grabbing opposite elbows behind your head. Hands come down to the floor. Lift up high to the tiptoes, bend your knees. See if you can float your hands, grab your knees. Lifting the heels as high as you can, dipping your tailbone as high as you can. Use your forearms, pull into your shins to lengthen your heart up, draw your shoulder blades down. Create a bind to create some stability. And then hands come forward. Knees drop to 90. If you need to readjust your feet, you do what you have to feel secure, stable. Shoulder blades plug in and down your back. Fingers reach forward. Feel your shoulders line up over your hips. Pull your pubic bone closer to your belly button so you're starting to engage and work that deep core. Keeping the weight in the ball of your big toes as best as you can. Sorry, I had a hair in my mouth, couldn't find it. I found it, we're good. Shoulder blade squeeze. Start to hover your hips off your heels a little. Zing. Just enough so that you're not sitting all the way down. Little pause, hold. Belly to spine, pubic bone to belly button. Shoulder blades down your back. Lift a little higher. Slowly lift to stand. Slow, 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 slow. Heels stay lifted. Exhale, melt your heels. Nice. Inhale, drop the arms. Reach up and look up. Big stretch. Maybe a back bend if it feels nice too. You can reach your hands up. You can take your hands to your low back, facing up or down. Preference is up to you. Exhale, swan dive. Take up space, flat spine. All the way back down. We come up halfway lift, flat spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Bend your left knee. Left hand comes down to the floor. Right hand comes up to the sky. And then just kind of like swing. Wave your bum around in the air, side to side. And then switch. Bend the right knee. Right hand down, left hand up. Sway around, take the weight a little more into the left. Good, and release. Halfway lift. All right, let's walk it out. Downward facing dog. Take a second. Work it out. When you're ready, big toes come to touch the back of the mat. Heels don't have to touch the floor. They'll get there one day. Don't worry. Roll your sit bones higher to the sky. Get your chest closer to your thighs. Take your right leg up. Bend the top knee. Open up your hip. Every inhale, knee goes higher. Every exhale, foot falls closer. Press up and out of the shoulders. Make sure you're not sinking. Press down and go up. Right knee comes down to the floor. Float the left toes back behind you. Kick your right foot off the mat. Open up to face the left. Squeeze your left heel to bum. Draw the left knee back. Try to feel, and right now, work the stretch through the front of that left quad, left side hip flexor. For me, I find if I drop this left knee closer to the floor and then back, and I press my hips forward, I get really, really nice deep stretch. Into my psoas. Oh, hip flexors. Good. Look forward. Step the left foot to the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes. Float the back knee. Turn your fingers, your right fingers, to face the back of the mat. A little micro bend in the elbow and take the left hand up to the sky. Every inhale, heart lengthens forward. Every exhale, deepen your twist. Both hands come down to frame the left foot. Drop the back knee. Shift the weight back and flex, half splits. Taking a second, flossing in. Don't just go straight to stagnancy and sitting there. Especially for this first one as we're still warming and moving into the body. Feel around. I love a floss. Moving forward and back. Easing in and then seeing where I can take it or what feels best. Looking for that manageable stretch and space. Good. Slowly bend back forward into your left knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Big toes come to touch. We pause and we breathe here. Squeeze and work those upper ribs in. Make sure you're not letting them flare out, your belly sink and sway. Always staying charged. Left leg comes up to the sky.